Well, Brock, the fans were out and shouting J-E-T-S Jets well before the gates opened here. And now they fill the stands of MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming off a contest that looks real good on paper between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Jets. Nick Folk ready to do the honors. And away we go from East Rutherford. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Going to 54. Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54.
Prescott opening with a pass. Has him on the quick hitter. The stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. First down. Here's Dak. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. This one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Got that one near the line, and after that it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
First down now, ball at the 33.
Yeah, here we go. I take flying in.
Throw secured by George Pickett. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Yeah! We're going to 56.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. Has room into the secondary. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys take a 6-0 lead right away. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Kene Nwangwu. Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line.
Here we go. Right.
They'll give it to Hill. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Here we go. Much right. 319 is right. Right.
Off the play fake, it's Fields. It isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends them backwards ahead of 3rd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
222. Go.
A pistol snap, Fields. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. His work begins at the 31. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here, first and 10.
Chill. Here we go, 47. 26.
Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
On second down, a run with Williams. It's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. It was Andre Cisco who held him down there.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Prescott now on third down. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First and 10, Prescott. Into traffic, complete. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Here we go, 46. Then we're going to 53.
They'll motion him out of the backfield.
26.
From the gun is Prescott. Completed to his running back. And they get this down to the 28. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Here we go, 46.
Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump. And, well, they got one of them to move that time. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker.
Yeah, here we go. Right to 26.
Prescott, a quick throw, complete. Tried to beat him with a quick pass, but not quick enough. That winds up as a loss.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Yeah. Then we're going to 53.
Dak throwing again. This is complete. Jalen Tolbert. And he gets a small chunk there before he's touched down.
Hey, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
Here we go, 47.
We send him left out of the slot.
26.
They'll throw, third and long. Dumped off to his running back. And this one does not go far. Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. This from 40 on the right hash.
A 40-yard attempt.
Aubrey puts it through. And that's our final moments of the opening quarter. So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our first quarter. It's the Cowboys out in front. More from MetLife coming right up.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They'll start this drive out, 1st and 10. Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Here we go. Up, up, up. 331, 331. 11, 11, 11. Sit high.
Fields out of the gun. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. Take it 23 on that one. And that's good for a Jets first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Hey, kid, go.
Off play action, it's Fields. Toward the sideline and caught by Wilson. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. It's 16 yards on that play. And it's good for a New York first down.
That's a pro's pro right there. That is one heck of an experienced catch. He made sure to secure the ball, but he also knew exactly where the sideline was to get to the feet down.
It's inside the 10. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
It is just so hard, Kate, to get these chunk, explosive runs. But what it does now is it especially sets the table in prime scoring position.
Four downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal.
Here we go, Side. Side.
Hill. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players, be dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Jets start to fight back with their first points of this game. Breece Hall with the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also puts the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Yeah! Here we go!
Dak off the play fake. He's going to push one deep down. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys make it a 9-point advantage. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Cowboys make it a 10-point ball game. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's Smith on the return. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
You've set it downs for him from the 31.
No mas, no mas. Right.
1st and 10. Here's Fields. It's caught. It's Breece Hall. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Jets 1st down.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the 1st down.
1st down from the 42.
Here we go. We're good. Right.
Back to throw. Here's Fields. They set up the screen here for Hall. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripes.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Cut along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yep.
And I look at it through those optics so much, but it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Hey, what? Go.
Fields on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Here we go. Right.
Fields on 1st down. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this 1st half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10.
Don't jump. Ready? Right.
Handoff running left. Here's Hall. They're going to keep moving forward, brought down inside the opposing 30. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the 1st.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Here we go.
Throwing on 1st down. Fields setting up the screen. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Exactly 2 minutes to play in half number 1. Stick around. More from MetLife Stadium on the other side. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
Here we go, son. Green 19, that's it. Hey, kid, tonight.
They fake the handoff. Now Fields. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gain about 8. Second down.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Here we go. We're good.
Paul takes it straight ahead. He will score. Touchdown, New York. The Jets make it a one-score game before halftime. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Fulcon now to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Jets cut it to a field goal game.
17. Jets 14.
Raleigh set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here, 1st and 10.
Yeah! Here we go! 26.
They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
And the Cowboy first down.
First down, here's Dak. And he's got it in close. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys. Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. Well, Brock, that proved a little too tough to stick to. Turns out it was the right route to get a touchdown on that play.
Yeah, those corner routes can be some high risk at times, but big-time rewards. Think about this for a second, Kate. We talk all the time about the efficiency of a slant route and in breaking, that angle breaking in. Right, higher completion rate, you're throwing something breaking in. You have a corner that breaks out. Obviously, the efficiency may not be there, but boy, touchdowns and big touchdowns can follow when the two stay connected.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Chased out to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys grow their lead just before halftime. George Pickens, the touchdown. Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys make it a 10-point ball game.
24. Jets 14. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return starts from the goal line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
On the return. The Jets take over first and
chill. Right on my side is the eagle becomes a funky child with some wood on my tongue. Be like in, take a breath, and my mouth gets loose. So while I scatter my spit, I dream of juice. How to rebel out,
the unmistakable New York skyline to the east. And we are across the river on the Jersey side at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Jets. Mike Tirico with my partner Greg Olson, the veteran Nick Folk to get this one started. Off we go from MetLife Stadium. And this one.
Stay with me. You ain't gotta go, you could with me. We could hang out, do the day with me. You tryna be a man, it could stay friendly. We could do the beach, we could hang out. Yes, her and the E go to my house. You can spend the night till we wake up. Do it all again, cause it ain't mud. What is this love? What are we waiting for? Life can be tough, so I need you more and more. You need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I feel alright. In my dreams, you need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I feel alright. In my dreams. Hey yo, my new thing is I don't want you round if you useless. I make a living rhyming, same job as Dr. Seuss's. People only give to give back, that's recoupment. Always have their two hands out, like they. My new thing is you ain't even gotta be my new chick. You can just pull up and hang out and be a new friend. Or I can show you how to train the dragon like. And either way, it ain't gotta be love. What is this love? What are we waiting for? Life can be tough, so I need you. Till I sleep, I'm feeling great, I feel alright. In my dreams, you need to stay.
First known as the Meadowlands, EA Sports welcomes you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Jets. Mike Tirico with my partner Greg Olson, the veteran Nick Folk to get this one started. And off we go from East Rutherford. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback. And the ball's coming out to the 35.
Yeah! Here we go. All right, hey. 26.
First carry now for Jaden Blue. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
And his run game certainly didn't waste any time getting settled in. Nice job by the offensive line, displacing defenders at the point of attack, and allows the back to pick up a nice chunk to get this game rolling.
On first and 10, Prescott. And he let him a bit too much. The pass is incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Second and 10.
Hey, jump. Yeah, there we go. All right, hey.
From the shotgun, it's down. There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete. Jake Ferguson was the intended target. And it'll be third down.
It's just a matter of time. I don't care matter how good you are or how good a hand you have, you are going to drop passes. It is inevitable in the NFL. But it's the guys that don't let one drop pass lead to two. They have the ability to put it behind them, move forward, and they can't wait for that next ball to be thrown their way.
Yeah! Hey, kill! 27!
They put Pickens in motion. On third down, Prescott.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. Sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
What a call on this opening drive. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth downs looming. They'll go with the sneak. And he is going to have a Cowboys first down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the fourth down conversion.
I love this call, Mike. You're basically asking yourself, can your offense beat this defense? And they know exactly what play is coming. And I'll tell you the answer, it's an emphatic yes. They run the quarterback sneak right up the gut, and they turn fourth down into a first.
A first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Dallas first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And I'll tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. I don't think they need to go away from it.
And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Kill! Yeah! Here we go, 54. Wide, hey! Here we go, going to 54. Wide, hey! Then we're going to 53. Then we're going to 53. 26!
Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Hey, kill!
Slot man in motion right.
26.
On second down, it's Dak. He's gone in, it's CeeDee Lamb. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. A big connection from Dak to CD. It's a gain of 34.
Yeah! Here we go!
Williams will take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
And when things haven't been going your way like they haven't around here recently, Mike, this is exactly what you need. You're looking for a spark. So to take the opening possession of the game, march it down there, and come away with the score, all of a sudden the sideline's a lot more positive. There's a lot more good energy amongst your teammates. Is that the spark they needed to turn this thing around?
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. And he will not attempt to return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Don't jump. Ready? Go.
On the ground, this is Justice Hill. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
First throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rasul Douglas. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
Hey, 40. Yeah. There we go. All right, hey.
Dak can throw it here on first down. To the goal line and in. George Pickens. Touchdown, Dallas. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the Cowboys move out on top, 14-0.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10. The one here is Breece Hall. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Here we go, son. Nice. Hey, Ken. You got a mini base. Why not? Sit down.
Pistol snap back to Fields. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 10. 35 more yards. Back-to-back big plays to get this drive rolling. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. They'll run. It's Hall to the 5-yard line.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
That one to the end zone, but incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there. Now they'll be looking at third and goal. Fields operating out of the pistol. And he'll take it on in. Jelani Woods. Touchdown, Jets.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
After the touchdown, out is Polk to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Tight end going in motion here. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And they'll take this up past the 40, up pick up the 5. From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. In motion, Lamb. Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. It's into the hands of Jaden Blue. And it looks like he's going to come up just short of the 1st down. Out of bounds, a yard shy of what they needed. They'll have to pick it up on 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
It's 3rd and 1, and here's Prescott. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
That's good for the Cowboys. 1st down. Gain of 12. 1st down, Dallas.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. Flush to his right. Now he takes off. And he is out of bounds. Mark him at the 25. 20-yard pickup there. 1st down, Cowboys.
And this is one of the downfalls to man coverage, Mike. Anytime the defender's eyes are so locked in on their responsibility, there's not a lot of guys with eyes on the quarterback. In this case, he escapes the pocket, becomes a runner, and there's a lot of room to operate.
He's taken down just shy of the 10. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
At the 11-yard line.
So after 1, it's the Cowboys with the early edge. Or from MetLife Stadium after this. On to the 2nd quarter. Cowboys possess the football as they've got it with 1st and 10. On the give, it's Williams. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, here we go. I think. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 154. Hey, kill. 26.
It's another run here for Williams. And he will score! Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
The extra point by Aubrey is good. Cowboys will take a 21-7 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. He's going to elect not to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision as this ball comes out to the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
19, you got that?
Indecision right away. Delay of game to start this drive.
Here we go. Right.
The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. Reese Hall inside the 35. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, New York. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
Makes the score Cowboys 21, Jets 14.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. We'll go ahead and just cede the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35. Drive begins with a run by Williams. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
It's a gain of 11. And the Cowboys first down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Cowboys.
On first down, right back to Williams. Attack is going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Good run after a good run. This one for 14 yards and another first down. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40.
At the 40-yard line.
Here we go. We're going to 54. Wide in. Everybody count.
To throw is Prescott. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. A gain there of 13 yards.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
They'll go again here with Williams. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. A gain there of 11. That's good for a Dallas first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
We'll go 47, 4-8. Then we're going to 53. Hey, 47. 26.
Now Prescott. Oh, man, wide open. He's got it. Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Dallas. That his 2nd TD catch of the season. On for the PAT is Aubrey. It's up and through. And the Cowboys have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. And no return here. This is a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Here we go. Hey, 10. Move 58. Hey, never mind. Monday. Tonight.
Fields now to throw on 1st down. He'll air it out. Deep for Wilson. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Hey, 10. 3-19. Tonight.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. He'll find Woods. That one is caught. He'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Bunch right. Tonight.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Here we go, son. Tonight.
A give. Here's Hall. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. They'll pick up 23 on that one. Good for a Jets 1st down.
Well, that right there, Mike, is your once-a-game reminder of just the importance of short tackling. This run never gets anywhere near where it ends up if that initial hit was stronger and he was able to take him down.
3-19. Tonight. West right zip. Mayday. Hey, can. Tonight.
On 1st and 10, Fields. This is caught 2. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. It'll be 1st and goal. That's a gain of 28.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Hall, and he will power his way into the end zone. Breece Hall, touchdown, New York. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and it's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
After the touchdown, out is Polk to kick this one away. And this one sent all the way over the back line. No thought of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out per the new rule to the 35-yard line.
46. Sliding. We're going to 53.
A first down throw for Prescott. Towards the middle, and that's Tolbert. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
Yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2.
Yeah, here we go. Sliding. Hey, kill.
Now Prescott. That one thrown on the run, but the receiver had a reach back, couldn't bring it in, and it is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
3rd and 2. Here we go.
Here we go. Sliding.
Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
This is taken at the 25. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
Here we go, son. 19 windy. Here we go. You got a mini base. Why not? Go.
Fields from the pistol. He'll get it into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. It's another big play in a game that had its share. 38 yards.
Here we go, son. Right.
Here's Paul from the pistol. Run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.